Hello, all. How are we? I trust we are well. Say hello in the chat if you're here. If you're not here, don't say hello. That'd be odd. Everyone's answer sheet should now be live, so feel free to do the first 15, the pictures. And I'll get them to about 30:30. So you've got 14 minutes to be doing that. Anyone, of course, attempting a music lesson at this stage will be found in breach of the rules. Is anyone having any difficulty? That's it. No. And no one has said hello, which I consider unfriendly. If anyone is having any difficulty registering or any such, do let me know. Just one very bad answer to question number one thus far, which is 7. I can tell you now that the answer to question number one is not 7. Hello, Emma. Hello, Martin. How are we all? Hello, Stephanie. Lovely stuff. The phantom tapping. Are we all well? Excellent. Hello, Matt. You well, mate? Good. Good. This pleases me. Again, I should stress hair is washed, just recently washed, and not absolutely foul. In fact, it's beautifully soft. Hello, Tim. I saw Cheryl earlier in the street. Yes, I was with young Dave. Well, not with, obviously. He required 3 cigarettes to help him relax, which I'm more than happy to provide. Hello, big man. Leo is here, ladies and gentlemen. Leo in the house, in da house. As he would say, good evening, Roger. How are we? Hello, Ruth. Lovely stuff. Lovely, lovely stuff. What chaos are you and Dave having, Steve? Do you want to talk to me about it? Or is it the kind of chaos that's best left alone by third parties? So do feel free to answer questions 1 to 15 if you can. Normal IT chaos, okay. I've received 2 of my favourite ever wrong answers. That's all I'm going to say. Oh yeah. Hi. Yeah. Let me check my diary. Yeah, I'm busy until 3 weeks tomorrow. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Yep. See you then. Yeah, £100 an hour. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I've just been. I'm in demand now that people are allowed to go around someone's house. And I have been reliably informed that today is the birthday of former Monaco and Bolton defender stroke midfielder Bruno Undotti. So, lardy dardy, Bruno Undotti. Happy birthday, Bruno. And one of the first 15, I think it's number 11, is not merely name the building, by the way. Just read. Is anybody having any difficulty with the stream or getting their answer sheet or any such? Henrik Pedersen's birthday as well. Wow. And possibly the least effective number 9 in the history of the Premier League, Henrik Pedersen, who's a handful but useless. What a great day this is for birthdays of Bolton footballers from the mid-90s. What is it, Sasa Churchic's birthday as well? Or Greg Strong? Is it their birthday? Not Alan Stubbs. Happy birthday to Alan Stubbs. Kathy's made me laugh. I've had a request, ladies and gentlemen, to delay the start of the quiz for a few more minutes. So we're going to start at 20:37. Okay? Sorry about that. Not my fault. Is it in the intermediate 9 minutes? Hello, Jim. I'm ready to guess mediocre Bolton players whose birthday I think it might be. Is it Johan Elmander's birthday? Is it John McGinley's birthday today, Frankie? It's quite good, John. Is it Fabian de Freitas' birthday? That's enough of that. Until I remember some more. I'm allowing Jim to take part in the quiz, although he was engaging in racist chat on my Facebook wall earlier this week, which is pretty unacceptable. Hello, Dave Potter, and hello to the superior Dave Potter, here and after Dave Proper. This isn't a new jumper, Dave, no. But thank you for paying some attention to my clothing. No, this is just a jumper. It's not new. It's the sort of thing worn by a man who's reached a certain age who doesn't care anymore. But let's keep it light, shall we? They're not new glasses either, David. And as you can probably tell, I haven't had a shave. You keep trying to butter me up before the quiz, David. I find it, and I don't know what I find. Maybe not disconcerting because it's you. It makes me uncomfortable, Dave. To be honest, not in a good way. Yeah, we're starting in 6 minutes. So do go through your answers. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what nonsense you sent my way thus far. I've had 9 different spellings of question answer 6 thus far. So well done. Someone hasn't read question 11 properly. Read question 11 properly. What does it tell you? A dingbat, David, is like a cryptic indication of a well-known phrase. I find it interesting that this is like the 5th week that you're doing the quiz and you just asked me that now. They represent well-known phrases like the words, synonyms of the words they're positioning, things like that, or what they indicate, and you combine those to come up with a well-known phrase. You haven't been last every week, actually, Dave, because one team hated it so much they left after about 5 questions. So you weren't last that week because patience is a virtue. And if I ever find you, Ricky's Rockers, so that was your team name, I preferred it. What was that, Lewis? Remember Lewis who came on and abused me in the live chat? That wasn't me, that's what it. Your claims to be alive, David, are very much. Come on, you're not getting out of 50p that easily, pal. We're going to start in 3 minutes, by the way. Oh, someone has liked my video. There are 43 people on this. If I get, and I have 23 subscribers, which means I'm just 977 away from being able to monetize this YouTube experience. I'm sure it'll be very lucrative. I could be the new Logan Paul, who, in case you're not aware, like in cartoons, when like a group of trees become sad in its blizzard, it starts singing a mournful song. That's what Logan Paul looks like, a sad tree in a cartoon. Logan sausage. There we go. Don't forget, there is a sausage question today as well, by the way. Let's not forget the joy of the sausage. I have 5. That isn't monetizing. What to monetize it, you need to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which will post 1 video a week. And then make everyone else you know do it as well, and then everyone else they know, and probably another layer of knowing, and then maybe, and then we get adverts in the quiz as well, which is exactly what we want. I, of course, am an advertisement for sausages. Jimmy, your 10 minutes is coming to an end, and we're going to have to start. Otherwise, it would be dead late and people would be tired. Yeah. Do you mean specifically Beaker? He does look like a muppet left in the rain because he's a muppet. Eh? You won't be careful, sir. Or someone's going to get hurt. So I'm not an East End thug, no matter how much I want to be, which is none. Although the Adams gang were a prominent South London criminal group, weren't they? Anyway, right. That 10 minutes is up, James. No, 90 sets, says Jim. Let's see how long ago that was. Not that long ago. I mean, you should really run these things on there. You know, the timekeeping of those taking part, shouldn't you? Not your own, or the decency for the other people involved. That's quite long, isn't it? Hello, everyone, by the way, who hasn't said hello yet. Are you here, Jill and Tim? Who knows? Okay, Jim, your time is up. Yeah, we ready? We're ready. Let's start. Let's start, ladies and gentlemen. This would seem to make sense in a way. With question number 16, which is on children's TV. Oh, I need an indicator, don't I? What shall I hold up? What do I have to hand? Not very much. The Sky Remote, ladies and gentlemen. The Sky Remote, for those who mute me, is today's indication that a question is coming. Okay? Question 16 is on children's TV. The bipedal rider and his 6 four-legged pals, Marshall, Rubble, Chase, Rocky, Zuma, and Sky, are the original members of which TV unit? A children's TV show. The title of this TV show, which is Ryder, a boy, and 6 dogs, Marshall, Rubble, Chase, Rocky, Zuma, and Sky, the original members of which group in the title of a children's TV show? Well, well done. We've had the 10th spelling on question 4 now, by the way. Oh. Question 1, or 16. Question 16 it is. The first question I'm asking, though. Question 16. So, Ryder, who is a boy, and his 6 dog friends, Marshall, Rubble, Chase, Rocky, Zuma, and Sky, are the original members of which group on children's TV? So that's the title of the program. Those of you, by the way, who care about pubs should listen to our beloved landlord, Paul, who was on Talk Radio with James Whale. James Whale, I should have put in the picture up, but wouldn't fit. On Talk Radio yesterday, talking very well. Maybe we could provide a link for people to enjoy that experience. In fact, I can do that. So I'll do that. He speaks very well, as ever, does Paul. Also, hello, Claire, and hello, Paul. No problem. Question 17. Ladies and gentlemen, you notice here, by the way, that the 9 button is very much intact on my Sky Remote. Virtually no marking whatsoever, no erosion, just so you know. Question 17 is on sport, and the sport which is the best sport, which is Test match cricket. And Ben Stokes, ladies and gentlemen, Ben Stokes and Jack Leach, of course, heroically led England to victory in the third Ashes Test last summer. At which ground did it take place? At which Test match venue in this country did Ben Stokes and Jack Leach lead England to a one-wicket victory over the hated Australians last summer? Either the city or the name of the ground are fine. And I don't want sponsors, so don't worry about that. Question 18 is so easy a 6-year-old will know it. And the question is, we all learned the 3 primary colours at school: red, yellow, blue. Something like Johnny Mathis there, didn't they? The 3 primary colours: red, blue, yellow. No one knows. So, the 3 primary colours at school: red, yellow, and blue. But what are the 3 secondary colours, ladies and gentlemen? The 3 secondary colours. So red, yellow, and blue, the 3 primary colours. What are the 3 secondary colours? You need all 3. But the point, by the way, is dead easy. Come on. Clever. Question 19, ladies and gentlemen, is on films. And what was the name of the sequel to the animated film Wreck-It Ralph? The original 2014, maybe 2013. The sequel released in 2018. What was the name of that film? The sequel to Wreck-It Ralph. It was released in 2018. Yeah, you don't need to put Wreck-It Ralph 2 at the start. Just the, Question 20 is on medication, ladies and gentlemen, the sort of thing some people put as answers in quizzes. The generic brand name, the generic name, sildenafil, or sildenafil, Sildenafil, okay, was first launched in 1998 by the drugs company Pfizer. Some counterfeit varieties have been found to contain dangerous substances such as rat poison, amphetamines, and blue printer ink. Under what name is that drug better known? So it's created by Pfizer, launched in 1998. Its generic name is sildenafil, and some counterfeit varieties have been found to contain dangerous substances like rat poison, amphetamines, and blue printer ink. By what name do we generally refer to this drug? It's better than that, Dave. Drugs, sausages, and two-digit A roads. I am in heaven. And with an easy reach, some cherry bakewells. What a time to be alive. Oh, I just realised I've got a grubby sun hat that I can wear as a question indicator as well. Grubby sun hat it is. Okay? No more sky remote. Grubby sun hat. Ren has let himself go. Perhaps he just changed the spelling. That's quite funny. Right. Question 21, ladies and gentlemen, is on sausages. Sausages. Sausage, yeah. Now that I've started a new business, ladies and gentlemen, for miserable sofa-bound gluttons like myself. It's basically an all-round package. So we're selling soft furnishings with morbid imagery on them. There's bound to be a few repercussions there. And also sausages, of course, ladies and gentlemen, including the sausage, which in its native Poland has a name which merely refers to any sausage, but over here is used for a coarse U-shaped, that's the letter U, not just personalised sausage shaped, smoked and mostly made of pork, legend. What name is given to that? The Polish sausage, which is mostly smoked pork or pork derivative, and U-shaped, ladies and gentlemen. Long, orange, smoky pork sausage from Poland, ladies and gentlemen. What's that called in this country? Over there, it just refers to any sausage. What do we call it in this country? Our maths teacher's husband helped develop that drug. Was that with the assistance and insistence of the maths teacher? Yes, I saw Grubby Sun Hat, actually, Roger, in 1987, I think it was. Yeah, they were supporting Truncheon, favourite of Stephen Mack, Truncheon. Yeah. Yeah, they released the single "That's My Buzzer," didn't they? Yeah, very good outfit. Shut up, Tom. The Polish sausage, it's London U-shaped and smoked pork. What's it called? You have 21 teams. That's insane. We'd have to spill out onto the green. Question 22. I'm going to give you now, ladies and gentlemen, 10 seemingly unconnected things which, upon closer inspection, can be revealed to have a single conjoining link. All you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is tell me what that link is for these 10 things. So what links? A 1975 film about a violent sport. A TV chauffeur. A urinating boy. Gaelic John. A venue at Leeds University. A rugby player sent off against England in the 2019 Rugby World Cup. A teenager experiencing envy. A newspaper in Madrid. A top shelf Zippo. And not that dragon. I'll give you those again. A 1975 film about a violent sport. A TV chauffeur. A urinating boy. Gaelic John. A venue, Leeds University. A rugby player sent off against England in the 2019 Rugby World Cup. A teenager experiencing envy. A newspaper in Madrid. A top shelf for Zippo. And not that dragon. What links all those things? Viewer music, Mr. Johnson there, attempting a sneaky bit of cheating. He's been told to shat it. Very out of character, seemingly, but Question 23, fasten your safety belts and gird your loins. And pop some sandwiches in the back because we're heading west, ladies and gentlemen. We start off at Hynham, west of Gloucestershire, through Minsterworth, not enough to keep a school open apparently. Westbury on 7, through the Forest of Dean, he's upgraded from garden centres. Newnham, Blakeney, named after Gillian and Gail Blakeney from Neighbours, bypassing Lydney before giving up all hope of salvation, holding its nose and crossing the border into, of all things, Wales, where it passes basically all the places you've heard of in Wales: Newport, Cardiff, Cowbridge, Bridgend, Pyle, Port Talbot, Neath, and Swansea, before terminating at the junction with the A40 near the centre of Carmarthen. Which road is that, ladies and gentlemen? So it starts just west of Gloucester, goes to Minsterworth, the Westbury on 7, through the Forest of Dean, Newnham, Blakeney, Lydney, and down to Wales. Before down past Newport, Cardiff, Cowbridge, Bridgend, Pyle, Port Talbot, Neath, and Swansea, before terminating at the junction with the A40 near the centre of Carmarthen. Which road is that? Question 24 is on TV. Which former sportsman made a brave but failed attempt to save our summer with his new BBC One show started this week, a sort of fun-packed variety fest featuring such guests as Rio Ferdinand and his Mercs, his wife, the comedian Chris Ramsey looking over a fence, Alex Horne somehow loaned himself to this filth, the woman who did The Circle, who isn't Alice Levine, Jermaine Genus, and what's this coming over the hill? Oh, it's the inevitable Serge from Kasabian. Who is the main presenter of this show? BBC One threatening to save our summer. Feature a fun-packed variety fest with great guests like Rio Ferdinand and his wife. Not Rio Ferdinand's wife, that's all. Chris Ramsey, Alex Horne, who's better than this. The woman who did The Circle, who isn't better than this. Jermaine Genus doing some skydiving. And Serge from Kasabian playing a bad version of a song in his garden. Who is the figurehead of this programme, much beloved of the BBC for some reason? Question 25 is on geography and food. In which county, ladies and gentlemen, would you find Melton Mowbray, the self-proclaimed home of the pork pie? In which English county would you find the small town of Melton Mowbray, self-proclaimed home of the pork pie? And also home, I think, the British Bowls Federation, or whatever they're called. I think there may be a statue of Tony Alcott. Anyway. Question 26 is on Leo and his memes. Ladies and gentlemen, Leo loves memes, of course. On the left, ladies and gentlemen, of this meme, an oblivious woman wearing a light red sleeveless top. On the right, an annoyed-looking woman wearing a light blue top. What pattern is being worn on the shirt by the man in the middle? That's on Leo's memes, ladies and gentlemen. A well-known meme on the left, a oblivious girl wearing a light red sleeveless top, smiling. On the right, a woman who isn't smiling, wearing a light blue top. What pattern is on the shirt of the man in the middle, causing the annoyance? Someone's tried to be clever, and unfortunately, they can't spell. Who's clever now? Question 30. Hmm? Hmm? Question 27, ladies and gentlemen, is on sport and football, and Liverpool FC are set to win the first ever asterisk Premier League title. How many points are they currently clear at the top? What is their current lead in the Premier League? I'll give you because I'm generous, I'll give you 0.4 points either way. So Liverpool are currently set to win the asterisk Premier League title. How many points are they currently clear at the top? What's their lead? Question 28 is on films and history, ladies and gentlemen. A masterpiece of historical accuracy, ladies and gentlemen, is the film Gladiator, starring Mel Gibson, ladies and gentlemen. Which Roman emperor is battled by Mel Gibson in the film Gladiator and killed, although he too died? Sorry if I've spoiled it. The film Gladiator. Which Roman emperor is battled by Mel Gibson at the end in the denouement of the film Gladiator? Who is that emperor? Russell Crowe. Why have I said Mel Gibson? I'm a div. I'm an idiot. Please shoot me. Sorry, Jimmy. That's what you get for being a smart ass, isn't it? Thank you, Graham. Thank you, Jimmy. I apologise for my gross error. Right. I'll tell you who wouldn't appreciate that kind of error, and that's my quiz partner, Barry from EastEnders. He wouldn't like that. Question 29 is on literature, ladies and gentlemen. One man who probably doesn't deserve the credit he gets in the world of fables is Aesop, ladies and gentlemen. Whole life cranked out one book. Not very good, mate. What nationality is Aesop of Aesop's Fables fame? Or Aesop, if you prefer. Don't call him that. Question 30, last question in this round, is on politics. Swedish prosecutors say they've solved the case of who killed their former prime minister in 1986. What was the name of the prime minister who was killed in Sweden in 1986? If you're going to spell his name, you have to spell it right, otherwise I'm not giving you any point. I'm not really, you'd be fine. But someone has spelled it wrong, and it's the first name, so it's fine. The name of the Swedish prime minister who was murdered in 1986. What was his name? It's not Zlatan. He probably thinks it. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I just missed my head, which is some achievements, colossal. The next 10 answers, okay, is your top 10. I need you to give me, okay, so write one in each of the next 10 answer spaces. I need of countries entirely in Europe, so not, I mean, the main bit, so not Russia and not Turkey, okay? The 10 largest non capital cities in Europe. That's within the city limits, not the extended urban sprawl or anything like that. Okay, the normal city. So that would be Manchester, but not Greater Manchester. Okay, Manchester isn't one of them, by the way. The top 10 non-capital cities of countries entirely in Europe. Okay, by population. There's the next 10 spaces. One in each of those, please. You'll have the time it takes me to smoke a cigarette to get through it. So the largest non-capital cities of countries entirely in Europe. I'm not counting like exclaves or anything like that, but not Russia and not Turkey. No, not the country. So not in all the cities are entirely in Europe, but not countries that aren't both of those. So, for example, the largest non-capital would be Istanbul, and then it would be St. Petersburg, but neither of those actually feature. So, not Russian cities and not Turkish cities. Hmm. The Swedish chef, that's right, yeah. Don't. Someone's put Istanbul. Turkey is not entirely in Europe. Okay, that's not the correct answer. I'm not saying that again. Non-capital cities. Okay. Population, Jim. By population of the city proper, not extended metropolitan areas like Greater Manchester and things like that. Just the city proper. Okay. I'll give you another minute to put your answers in for that. You've got loads of time to catch up later as well, so don't worry. All done to be fine. Okay. Question 41. There's gentlemen. Question 41. Very straightforward. It's on GCSE chemistry, and as any GCSE chemistry student knows, there are two chemical elements that are a liquid at room temperature. What are they? Two chemical elements that are liquid at room temperature. What are they? I did say two elements, Claire, yes. Like rum and banana, for example, are two elements of a classic drink. Pat has just messaged me the name of food and drinks now. It's made me wonder. Even though it was Stilton and Vimto. Question 42 is on TV. What surname is shared by authority figures in the TV series The Simpsons and The X-Files, and also the baddie from Ratatouille, or a villain from Ratatouille? The same surname, the same name. Authority figures in the TV series The Simpsons and The X-Files, The villainous figure from Ratatouille. What name do they all share? Question 43 is on things, ladies and gentlemen. What is the surname of the Hungarian man Laszlo? Laszlo surname, whose greatest contribution to life bears his surname. His surname is what this thing is called. Whose actual claim is to have invented it. Like tatters. It appears it was actually created sometime before by American John J. Loud as a means of inscribing leather. So Laszlo, a Hungarian, whose great invention is the same as his surname, that's what it's called. Although he probably didn't invent it, so it was invented some years before by John J. Loud, the American, as a means of inscribing leather. What is that surname and invention? Jimmy's asked for question 41 again. Jimmy, the question 41 is the two chemical elements that are a liquid at room temperature. So two chemical elements that are a liquid at room temperature. That's 41. 42 was the surname shared by authority figures in the TV series The Simpsons and The X-Files, and a villain from Ratatouille, the film. And 43 is the surname of the Hungarian inventor, who in fact didn't invent what he's meant to have invented. So someone's put the answer for 43 and 42. Question 44, ladies and gentlemen, is on video games of yesteryear. Now, which classic video game of yesteryear, both an arcade game and also console adaptations or ports, various sequels, focused on three heroes: a dwarf called Gilius Thunderhead, a barbarian, great example of nominative determinism, called Axe Battler, and a long sword-wielding Amazon Tyrus Flare, attempting to defeat hordes of increasingly resistant enemies under the aegis of the ominous-sounding Death Adder, and then his boss in the console games. So three warriors, a dwarf, a barbarian, and an Amazon. A classic video game. It also featured skeletons like in Ray Harryhausen. films. Well, in Jason the Argonauts. 42 again, Ruth. Question 42 again. Was the surname shared by authority figures in the TV series The Simpsons, the TV series The X-Files, and also a villain from Ratatouille, the film? No problem, Ruth. The primary colours question. Blimey, Stephanie. Which was question 18. The three primary colours, Stephanie, are red, yellow, and blue. But what are the three secondary colours? It's very close, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. There are 4 points between the top 10. I'm going to stop looking at the leaderboard. It ruins the excitement for me. Question 45 is on sport, ladies and gentlemen. The strange genius, who is David Shrigley, bizarrely mentioned already, in someone's answers, became a subject of controversy after designing Kingsley, a terrifying sun figure, as the mascot for which low-quality Scottish football team? David Shrigley made this vile sun, cartoon sun thing. It's amazing. Called Kingsley, for no reason, to be the mascot of which Scottish football team? Someone started writing picture answers in the music answers. Don't do that. And if you do start answering music questions, I'm going to mark them wrong. So don't. Stop doing it. If you've just answered, you just put a name into the question 60 answer space. Stop it. Question 46, ladies and gentlemen, is on the geography of wine. And I was about, ladies and gentlemen, to suck into a delicious glass of bull's blood. Bull's blood, when I discovered, much to my chagrin, that it was not as appetite, but was in fact a wine. From which European country does the drink bull's blood come? You can have 45 at Denrith, yeah. So 45 is David Shridley. The Scottish artist David Shridley was allowed to design a mascot for a football team and came up with this thing called Kingsley, which is like a slightly grotesque sun. Which football team was it designed for? Kingsley, the terrifying sun mascot. That's 45. The clue about the Scottish football team, Jimmy. I didn't really give any clues about them at all. They're not very good, though. Yeah, I mean, they're really not very good at it. No problem, Lou. It's incredibly close. I'm not looking at the answer, the leaderboard anymore. Question 47, ladies and gentlemen. One Italian and two Spaniards with the initials LP, PD, and JC, respectively. How are they collectively known? There's one Italian and two Spaniards with the initials LP, PD, and JC. How are they collectively known? Question 48 is on words, ladies and gentlemen. The French film movement, La Nouvelle Vague, or La Nouvelle Vague, VAG, we something like vague, but pronounced vague, and the Brazilian music style bossa nova, both translate into English as what? Used to describe, amongst other things, a very different musical style. So La Nouvelle Vague, or Vague in French, and bossa nova, Brazilian music style, both translate into English as what? Which is used to describe, amongst other things, a very different musical style. I'm looking for a two-word answer. La Nouvelle Vague and bossa nova. Question 49, ladies and gentlemen, is on TV. You may remember a catchphrase on TV, presented for a long time by Roy Walker, and then Roy Walker was replaced by Nick Weir, who broke his leg in the early stages of presenting, or was he pushed? He also, however, Nick Weir, went on to present another game show featuring the dream duo of Lisa Rogers and the guest referee Barry McGuigan, in which contestants attempted to settle pre-existent scores via a series of challenges. Let's think what channel that was on. It was on ITV. What's the name of the programme? Nick Weir was the presenter, assisted by Lisa Rogers, with Barry McGuigan as the ref, in which contestants and families would attempt to settle scores via a series of terrible and demeaning challenges. What was the name of that programme? It was terrible. I didn't say that Bull's Blood was from Europe, David. So it might be. That's all I'm giving you. Loads of people have answered it now, so I can't really give you that now. But the bull, just to drink Bull's Blood. Oh, it is from Europe. Is there another kind? Yeah, it is Europe. There is. I'm sorry. Bad question. Yes, it is. It is from Europe. I apologise. Who's answering music questions? Right. If you've answered a music question, someone's just written number 66. I'm going to mark it wrong. Do you understand? Don't answer the music question, Jack. Answer when everyone else is doing it. Come on. Don't be a dick. And you're wrong anyway. You're pretty now. Question 50 is on TV, I suppose, but not really. Which 10 letters, which have a meaning in a computing sense as well, computer sense, computer gaming sense, precede the word nation to describe the series, the techniques in the series, such as Thunderbird, Stingray, Captain Starlet, and all that, made by Jerry Anderson. So, blank nation, there's 10 letters, which also are used in the world of computer gaming in a very different meaning. What is that word? Something nation. To describe series such as Thunderbird, Stingray, Captain Starlet, are made by Jerry Anderson, his wife Sylvia, of course, in the 60s. What are those 10 letters? So in computing, it's 2 words, and in this context, it's just 1. What are they? No, David, it was my fault. I was unacceptably vague, disconcertingly vague. Enough people have understood that question. I was a bit worried about it. It's amazing there are. I'm not meant to be looking at the answers, but there are 5 points between the top 16 teams. Question 51, as reflected in the name of the group, siblings Ruth, Bonnie, June, Issa, Anita, and Sadako, like grid of numbers, have at various stages all been members of which group? Ruth, Bonnie, June, Issa, Anita, and Sadako, all siblings, and have all been various stages members of which group? Yeah, sorry, Colin. Question 50. So the technique basically used to make the Jerry Anderson programs, Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet, Stingray, is a word that's blank nation. The 10 letters that go before nation, they're also used as two words in a context of gaming. What are those letters? What is that phrase? That word? Something nation. The 10 letters used in the computing sense as well. Not gaming sense, sorry. Still get that one. Obviously, Colin, don't forget to put the word yellow before your answers if you want to win. Question 52, ladies and gentlemen, is on comedians and their siblings. Comedian and rapper Doc Brown. Doc Brown is the brother of which writer, best known for her debut novel from the year 2000, which won multiple awards? So the comedian and rapper Doc Brown is the brother of which writer, best known for her 2000 debut novel, which won multiple awards? Who is that female writer? The sister of Doc Brown. Question 53 is on sport and Formula One. What is the only surname to have won the Formula One World Drivers' Championship for two different families? So the only surname to have won the Formula One World Drivers' Championship from people from two different families. What is that surname? Make sure you put your answers in the right space if someone's just written one in the wrong space. Question 54. In what context is the Russian folk song Korobeniki best known? Certainly outside Russia. A Russian folk song called Korobeniki is best known outside Russia in what context? Very possibly within Russia as well. Korobeniki, a Russian folk song, is best known in which context? Just one word will do in the answer. As long as it's the right word, obviously. And question 55 is the last one, ladies and gentlemen, the last one in this bit, which is on music. Which word of 5 letters or more has appeared in the title of hit singles by all the following artists? The Smiths, Metallica, Bros, The Small Faces, Madonna, and Calvin Harris. The one word, 5 letters or more, has appeared in the title of hit singles by The Smiths, Metallica, Bros, The Small Faces, Madonna, and Calvin Harris. What is that word? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you're now free to do the music round. Please make sure you write the artist where the artist is required and the song title where the song title is required. If you get that wrong, I'm going to mark you wrong, okay? Because otherwise you can just put the same thing in both of them if you know half of it. So we're not having that. If it's in the wrong space, it's being marked wrong, okay? I'm going to give you until 10:15 to do that and finalise all your other answers as well, okay? So get on with the music round. Please make sure you put them in the right places. It's a pain to remind you all the time. Just don't do it. Don't do it wrong. And we'll reconvene at 10:15 for the pointless and the tiebreaker. Okay? Good. Sorry, Stephanie. The Russian folk song Korobeniki is better known in what context? Certainly outside Russia. That's 54. Okay? Yeah, David. 52 is the comedian and rapper Doc Brown is the brother of which novelist best known for her debut novel from the year 2000, which won multiple awards? So I need the name of the novelist. Yeah, sorry, there's no to Pal Andy, but Mike Walker wouldn't give me clearance this week, so I couldn't do anything. Make sure you write your answers in the right spaces as well. Someone's just done it wrong. And someone's just put a song in the artist place. Change it, otherwise it'll be wrong. Got 10 minutes, by the way, to finish all your answers. It's still very close. 5 minutes. Question 43 has been requested again. The surname of the Hungarian man Laszlo, whose invention is the same as his surname, but whose was actually invented some years before by John J. Loud as a mean of inscribing leather. What is that? What is his surname and also the name of the invention? Laszlo, a Hungarian man. Okay. No problem. No problem, James. Three minutes. Extra knowledge shown by someone there. Wonder who that was. "51, Sophie. Sorry. When I look on my phone, it's not there. Question 51, Sophie, is as reflected in the name of the group, the siblings Ruth, Bonnie, June, Issa, Anita, and Sadako have at various stages all been members of which group? No problem, Sophie. Okay, I'm going to give you 1 more minute, then we're having a pointless question. Okay? Don't worry, you'll have time to finish all your answers then as well. Yes, that's right, Jim. Without starting a debate, the UK is still in Europe geographically. Nothing to do with the EU. The UK is still very much in Europe. About 4 teams have done this. I'm going to mention it. You all put your answers to 64 and 65 the wrong way round. It's about 4 teams who've done that. So I'm just going to tell you now. 64 and 65, you put them the wrong way round. Artist in the even numbers, song titles in the odd numbers. Okay? Right. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the hat is going on. Right. Listen very carefully. You now have 3 pointless questions to answer. You need to give me obscure answers that none of my friends said. Okay? And I gave 100 of my friends 100 seconds to answer one of these 3 questions. Name as many of them as they could. Okay? You need to try to find ones that none of my friends said. You can give me answers, but if one of my friends said it, it won't get you the pointless point. Okay? So for each pointless answer, you can answer the same question in all 3 spaces. You can give the same answer in all 3 spaces if you wish, or you can mix it up. Okay. So the ones we're looking for pointless answers for, this is the next 3. Okay. We are looking for obscure answers to any winner of a men's golf major tournament since 1945 who is not from the USA. Looking for any film to have won the Oscar for Best Picture that contains the word "the," or we're looking for the means of any ratified amendment to the US Constitution. Okay? So what they do, like say, one of them is bear arms. That's not the right to bear arms. Okay? That's not one of the pointless answers. But that's the sort of thing we look for, not just the number. So the next 3, any non-American golf major winner in men's golf since 1945, or any film to have won the Best Picture Oscar that contains the word "the" in the title, or means of any ratified amendments to the US Constitution. Okay? Your tiebreak question, you'll get a point for it if you're spot on. Otherwise, everyone will be wrong, and in case it's a tie, the team who are closer or closest, depending on how many there are, will win the quiz. Okay? Your tiebreak question is all you need to do is give me in meters how long the world's longest ever sausage was. Okay? So the 3 pointless questions. The tiebreak is the last one. Just in meters, the longest ever sausage. Finish off all your other answers. When you finish the quiz, press save, tick the 3 boxes, and then click finish when you've done everything you want to do. I'm going to give you until 22:26 to finish this off, okay? You've got 5 minutes to finish everything off. You can't just give me the number of the amendment, okay? It has to be what it does. Yeah, there were 3 pointless questions, Stephanie. We need any non-American golf major winner since 1945, any film that's won Best Picture that contains the word "the" in the title, or what the purpose, so like to bear arms or so, of any amendment to the US Constitution that has been ratified. Okay? Wow, great answer. Wow, great answer. Got about 5 pointless answers. Okay, 3 minutes. Don't forget, when you have finished, tick the box. Sorry, click save, tick the 3 boxes, then click finish. Sorry, Colin, did you hear me now? Any Oscar, Best Picture Oscar that contains the word "the" in the title? Sorry, Col. Has to be pointless, obviously. Oh, good. Tiebreaker question, Stephanie, is just the length in meters of the longest ever sausage. You have. I'm going to give you till 30:30, till 22:30, okay? So, let's see. Right, 1 minute. Don't forget, save, tick the 3 boxes, and finish. Some of you haven't finished yet. You've got 30 seconds. So save, tick the 3 boxes, then finish. I don't know. I've had no other complaints about the stream, Stephanie, so I think that's what you're. Okay, 1 minute. Under 1 minute. Okay, that's time up. Teams universally challenged. Colin Heath, Bruno and Gotti. Finish your answers, please. Okay, I'm going to end the quiz in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quiz has finished. Okay. Here are your answers, ladies and gentlemen. Your answers are as follows. It is used heavily, but it doesn't matter. So, pictures. First one is Ray Liotta, not Ray Lolita, as someone called him. He's much younger. Number 2 is Shawn Mendes. Number 3 was Gary Bushell, and not Mike Gatting. Sorry, I'm just responding to a query. Number 4 is Darcy Bussell. Number 5 is Jeremy Bates. The 6 is the Sagrada Familia. 7, that's the crew of Glenn Johnson. 28 is Quentin Blake. Number 9 is New Kids on the Block. 10 is Mark Curry. 11, that's where Downton Abbey was filmed, Highclere Castle. Number 12 is Lyndon B. Johnson, Lyndon Baines Johnson, not Bailey, don't be clever. 13 is Joan of Arc. Number 14 is, of course, Dr. Welcome Bender. 15 is very bad, but Basket Case. Good. 16, they are the members of Paw Patrol, which some people don't like very much. 17, it happened at Headingley in Leeds. 18, Orange, Green and Purple are the answers. 19, the sequel is called Ralph Breaks the Internet. 20, great answer to a question, Never Lets You Down. It's Viagra, question 21. Kielbasa, the sausage. 22, the 1975 film was Rollerball. The chauffeur was Parker. The urinating boy, of course. The piss mannequin is the fountain. Gaelic John, the Gaelic for John is Sean, of course. Leeds University venue is Stylus. The player who was sent off the 2019 World Cup is John Quill, the Australian flanker. The teenager experiencing envy would be Well Gel. The Madrid newspaper is Marca. The top shelf Zippo is a highlighter. And not that dragon, of course, is the other dragon. They're all pens, the other pen dragon, of course. Rollerball pen, fountain pen, whatever. Sean Penn, of course. They're all pens. They're just all writing implements, which are just about allowed. That's fine, Jim. Don't worry, mate. Fine. It's all fine. 23, it's the A48. The A48. Lovely, the A48 there. 24, the TV, Save Our Summer with Peter Crouch. Failed. 25, Melton Mowbray's in Leicestershire. 26, a short sleeved light blue check shirt. I did just accept shirt or anything a bit like that from the distracted boyfriend meme. 27, they're 25 points clear of Liverpool. 28, Commodus, of course, by Russell Crowe, the well-known Russell Crowe film, Gladiator. 29, Aesop was Greek. 30, the Prime Minister's Olof Palmer. 31, the 10 cities are Hamburg, Barcelona, Munich, Kharkiv, well done if you got that, Milan, Birmingham, Cologne, Odessa, which I don't think anyone got, Naples and Turin. 41, the two chemical elements are bromine and mercury, not iodine, bromine. 42, Skinner is the surname there, the boss in the X-Files, Seymour Skinner, and the Simpsons Skinner from Ratatouille. 43, the Hungarian man Laszlo is, of course, Laszlo Biro. Never leave home without one. 44, the game is Golden Axe. 45, Kingsley was the master of Partick Thistle. 46, it's from Hungary. 47, the Italian is Luciano Pavarotti, the Spanish Placido Domingo and Jose Cruz. They're from the Three Tenors. 48, New Wave is how they translate. 49, the TV show was Grudge Match. 50, the technique was Super Mario Nation. So Super Mario, the word outside to Super Mario Nation. Ruth, Bonnie, June, Issa, Anita, Sadako, Pointer from the Pointer Sisters. 52, Doc Brown is the brother of Zadie Smith. 53, the only surname to have won the Formula One World Drive Championship from two different families is Hill. Yes, Graham and Damon, father and son, but also Phil Hill. the American, Phil Hill. So Hill. 54, Cohen Beniki is the theme from Tetris, ladies and gentlemen. 55, the word is nothing. William, it was really nothing. Nothing else matters. By Metallica, I owe you nothing. All or nothing. Nothing really matters. By Madonna. Sweet Nothing by Calvin Harris and Florence Welch. On to the music. The first one was Bob Dylan with Positively 4th Street. Then it was The Clash with Remote Control. REM with Pops on 89. And Manic Street Preachers with From Despair to Where. Then it was Fifth Harmony, not with Ty Dolla $ign. That was Work From Home with Ty Dolla $ign. Kid Ink. But I just accepted Fifth Harmony with Worth It. Next one was The Four Seasons without Frankie Valli. So I accepted Frankie Valli in The Four Seasons because I'm nice, but not Frankie Valli. With Working My Way Back to You. There's Curtis Blow, and I want you to know that these are the breaks. The breaks. Next one was Kate Bush with Cloud Busting. There's Whitney Houston with I Have Nothing. And, sorry, Andrea. Next one was Terry Venables with the excellent song England Crazy. That's one of my favourite songs. Your pointless answers. For the golfers, Phil Member was Commodus, Claire. The golfers Australian, Jim Ferrier, Max Faulkner, Englishman, David Graham, Australian, Wayne Brady, also Australian, Steve Elkington, Y.E. Yang, and Trevor Immelman. The films you could have had The Broadway Melody, The Great Ziegfeld, The Life of Emile Zola, The Lost Weekend, The Best Years of Our Lives, Around the World in 80 Days, or The Departed. The American amendments were, in very, very brief terms, the search warrants only for a just cause, no excessive fines or bail, no lawsuits raised by someone out of state. The president and the vice president are elected together in the same elect a pair, not just income taxes set by Congress. People in DC are allowed to vote. Salary changes are delayed to the next election. The right of succession to the presidency in case of death, and the revocation of rights for non-payment of tax. Okay, those are your amendments. Someone got loads of this. The longest sausage ever in meters is 2,431 meters, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, 2 kilometers. Basically like from here to hospital of a sausage. Amazing. So, those are your answers. Shall we have a look at the leaderboard? So in equal third, there are 5 teams in equal third with 53 points. They are last place, the Garnstaple Otters, my favourite team name of the week, the Missing Piece of Nutkins, universally challenged, and Rupert probably won't even turn up this week. They're all equal third with 53. In second with 56 is the Cords. And in first place with 57, Sue Cook is back, ladies and gentlemen. So well done, all those teams. I will post the link to the leaderboard in the chat. For bragging devices. Bragging rights, sorry. Let's have a look. Apologies to Andrea. There'll be another quiz at the same time next week. Congratulations to Sue Cook, at which it will be a not entirely constricted place. I imagine those invites are going to come flooding in any time now. See each and every one of your beautiful smiling faces. Until which juncture, good night. Bye. Thank you all for taking part.